What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Lex Scope. This is episode number 5 of Scope the Scenes. We here in Seattle, Washington. You know I'm here rating 5 different movies, a couple different TV shows. Hopefully I add something to your list. We're going to talk about it in the comments. We're going to keep it pushing. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for everybody that tapped into the first 4 weeks of the Scope the Scenes. I just got a video on TikTok that got 1,000 views, so I appreciate everybody that's, tapping into the reviews, finding something that you like, finding something you don't like, agreeing with stuff, disagreeing with stuff. It's all a part of the game. It's all a part of the vibe. I appreciate everybody doing it. And this is also the first time that I got a TikTok live going in the background, so I'm going to definitely try to figure that out. I just got back from this Starbucks event. It was dope. We were at the Starbucks Reserve tasting room thing. I actually never even been in there before because I don't drink coffee. Influencer private event. It was super dope. A room full of creators, so there's just phones, cameras. Pretty sure I'm gonna end up in the commercial because the dude that was shooting the event for the entire commercial, a cool dude from New York, he shot the video. He had me like acting a couple of parts. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on that. There's no film news today because it's late as fuck and I'm tired, but I definitely wanted to commit to my weekly movie reviews. And if I don't do it for 1 week, it'll be easy for me to not continue to do it. So even if I'm a day late, I'm gonna still put it out. That's what's important to me. Okay. What else? I think that's it. All right, I'm your boy Lex Scopo. Check this out. The first film on the list this week is Barbarian. What was I talking about? Oh, Barbarians. It's a great film. The premise of the movie, two couples, and they're at basically what I would consider a nightmare dinner. The worst double date dinner of all time. My boy Adam, it's his birthday. As far as birthday goes, this is definitely the worst birthday of all time from start to finish. Like from the minute this man wake up to the minute the movie over, the worst day of his whole life. If you're a dude out there, don't be like Adam. Adam fucking sucks. The first half of the movie too is great. I really like the build up. I like where they were taking me with the characters. I like the symbolism and all the weird stuff that was kind of happening. There's like a random turn that this movie takes all of a sudden where it's just a completely different movie. It's almost like if somebody was writing two movies and they stitched two movies together and put that into one movie. And I think that's why it ends up being a 3 out of 5 for me. The first part of the movie was mad cool. The character depth was tight. There's a lot of plot holes. There's a lot of plot holes, but I do think that this movie had a lot of potential. And if you're just joining us, the movie I'm talking about is Barbarians. 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 for Barbarians. Definitely check it out if you're just interested in something to watch. But I will say I already watched it twice. So the fact that I watched it twice definitely let me know I wanted to come tell y'all about it. This movie called The Voyeurs. Voyeurs. Not sure how you say it. Tomato. This movie is great. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 off the rip. I'm not even gonna make it dramatic or anticipation. The Voyeurs gets 4 out of 5. Hey, Sydney Sweeney was on bullshit this entire movie. She don't got no accountability. She running around doing whatever she want, and I'm not mad at it. It made for a fantastic flick. The premise of the movie is this one couple. They move into a new apartment. It's Sydney Sweeney and what's his name? I think his name is Justice. The black dude that's awkward. I like him in a lot of stuff though. I just can't remember his name. They move into a new apartment, and don't get me wrong. I never thought that I would be very interested in a couple being creepy, peeping tom weirdos to their neighbors, but it was very interesting. It was a super good watch. I'm definitely gonna watch it again, and I highly recommend it to everybody. It's a testament to people being so bored with their own lives that they willing to just go get hyper invested in anything that they think is interesting, which is not a bad thing either, but it's just they got unhealthily obsessed with their neighbors. They was like watching them fuck. They was like, oop, I don't think I can say it on TikTok. Sorry, TikTok. But they was watching them do stuff across the room. They was like getting really invested into their daily lives, and it was insane. And I was enjoying every bit of it. The Voyeurs is a 4 out of 5 film. Check it out if you just want to have a wild ride. And you know what? I really like this movie because I never seen a story like this before. And I think that's what I'm starting to value in this era of sequels and shit that we just already seen 1,000 times. This was like an original idea to me. And I value that. I value that a lot. If you're just tapping in, my name is Lex Scope, and I'm here doing Scope the Scenes, which is the weekly movie review show. We also do a couple of TV shows too. So, all right, so the TV show for the week is American Prime Evil. American Prime Evil is the TV show for the week. This show is a 5 out of 5. It is my favorite show that I've seen all year. It's fantastic. It's about the 1850s of the Mormons in the Utah War. There's a lot of controversy behind it. Apparently, the Mormons do not fuck with it. They condemned it. They think it's a disgrace and a very, very, very inaccurate telling of history. I don't know that much about history. So while I'm watching this, I'm finding out about what kind of time the Mormons was on. They was going crazy. They was murdering and R-wording and doing all kind of stuff that I just didn't even know happened. Apparently, this is like a time in America, I guess, they didn't go get the black people yet. So it was what the white people was doing, but like the different groups of the white people. And it was just pandemonium, man. It was absolute chaos. The action scenes are fantastic. The storyline itself, like I said, I don't know about real history, so I was taking this as like a documentary. It's not. It's fiction, but it's based on real life. But to me, this was a documentary on all the Mormons and whatever happened to Utah, and I was eating that up, man. It was great. The same dude from Savages, what's his name? I think his name is Taylor. Taylor something or another. That's becoming one of my guys. Every single thing I see him in, he be killing it. And mind you, I don't watch TV shows. So the first episode, I watched it, and then I think I might have wanted to binge the rest of the episodes. I just didn't have time. But it's a great show. Check it out if you get some time. American Prime Evil, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. Next on the list, we have something that I wouldn't normally enjoy. I get bored very easy, as y'all know. Like if the movie is boring or if it's a slow burn, it's not for me. This is one that I would say is an exception to that, though. It's a French film. It's called Paris 13th District, or maybe like Paris, comma, the 13th District, one of those. It's basically about a bunch of French situationships, and it's all in black and white. It's hella artsy. It's dialogue heavy. It's kind of slow. If you don't pay attention, you're gonna get bored and not really like it. I think they got me because it's not necessarily a love story, but it's like a peek into dating in the digital age. I think a lot of the stuff that I seen in it, kind of holding up a mirror to society. Damn, I gave this one a 5 out of 5. Paris 13th District, I gave it a 5 out of 5. I must have really, really liked that when I seen it. If you're one of those people that you get into a lot of situationships and you be in and out of the apps and whatnot, I think you'll feel this movie even more. But I feel like it gives you a really accurate depiction of what it's like to like date in the digital age. Definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. And usually I don't do two shows. This time I'm gonna do two shows only because this show bumped a movie off of my list. It's called Number One on the Call Sheet. That is my favorite thing I have seen this year. It is phenomenal. Number One on the Call Sheet. I want to say Jamie Foxx and Kevin Hart produced it. And if you don't know, Number One on the Call Sheet, like that's what they have on film production sets. So everybody on the set get call sheet. Number One on the Call Sheet. I'm not gonna say it's the most important person, but it's like the most important person. It's usually like the leading person, the person that has the most roles, the most screen time, the most responsibility, getting paid the most. Like Number One on the call sheet, you the guy on that set for sure, or girl, or person, or whoever the fuck. You're the human on that set. What being number one on the call sheet means, just having a bunch of people that have been number one on the call sheet pretty much come tell you their experiences, tell you how they feel about their peers, tell you about what their experiences are, because it's all black men too. It's all black men, black people, black women. It's all black people that are number one on the call sheet. So we're hearing about their experiences. So we're hearing from Denzel, we're hearing from Will Smith, we're hearing from Kevin Hart, we're hearing from Jamie Foxx, we're hearing from Lawrence, we're hearing from Michael B, we're hearing from Daniel, we're hearing from like the black fucking legends. It was just dope. Yeah, it was really dope. It was amazing how they weaved the story together. It was great how they explained a lot of things that may have happened that maybe I was just too young to have been tapped into, like pop culture and whatever was going on at the time in the world. And it was fantastic. One thing I will say, two episodes. The first one is all the leading men in Hollywood that are black, and the second one is all the leading women in Hollywood that are black. The care and time that they took into doing the first part, I wish it was felt to me the same energy and time was put into the second part. Because there was so many people that I felt like I wanted to hear from on the second part, the one with the women, that I didn't get to hear from. And I think some of the people that I would have gotten to hear from would have answered some of them questions a lot differently as well. Don't get me wrong, it was still phenomenal. It was great. I really enjoyed it, and I wouldn't have wanted to see the first part without there being a second part. Issa wasn't on there. Kiki wasn't on there. Queen Latifah, I don't think was on there. Quinta wasn't on there. Zendaya wasn't on there. Zoe Saladinas wasn't on there. And for Zoe Saladinas, I know there's a whole lot of other stuff going on with her. She's still a black woman in Hollywood, even if she don't necessarily claim that side. She's the only woman that is in like multiple movies that made like 1 billion. And in my generation, at least, like the Avatars and the Marvels, those like sneaked up to a B, and she right there. Oh, there was just a lot of prominent black women in Hollywood that are number one on the call sheet that I would have loved to have heard from. But either way, it was fantastic. 5 out of 5, number one on the call sheet, Apple Plus. Please check it out, especially if you're a black person in the industry, or if you're just a black person that likes movies, or if you're just a black person in general. Like, you should just check it out. It's great black history, but in real time. And to me, I think that's why it hits harder. A lot of the stuff that gets made like this is already in like a tribute kind of documentary format. I like that we were hearing from our real-time stars in real time from them, not from other people. I really value it. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Kevin. Y'all did a fantastic job. Alrighty, that is the conclusion. That wraps up Scope the Scenes episode number 5. Again, I'm your boy Lex Scope. Thank you for joining me again on week 5 of this journey. This version of what I'm doing, I feel like not overexerting myself doing this, as well as being able to get the validation as far as the numbers or whatever. And I know numbers aren't important, but no matter what, they still gonna exist, right? So thank y'all again for watching. Please go follow me on LexScope on all the other platforms. I got like a plethora and a universe of things that we are mixed up in and involved in, especially the Scope screenings, which in film news, which the only thing in film news, Scope screenings, we're doing a curatorial partnership with Seattle Black Film Festival, which is fantastic. It's phenomenal. It's amazing. It's mind-blowing. And we are really going to be able to have a Scope screenings block a part of the Seattle Black Film Festival. The prestigious, the amazing, the fantastic, the phenomenal, the awesome, the bigger than life Seattle Black Film Festival. We are curatorial partners with them. Damn. Even saying that, I haven't really got to say it out loud that many times. So, wow, this is great. This is awesome. I really hope that y'all pull up and join us on April 25th at Langston over there in the Central District, and we can come kick it. If you're in Seattle, of course. Everybody else, you can fly in because this is like a big film festival in Seattle. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for checking out Scope the Scenes number 5. I'm going to stop swirling in this chair and get off of here. Peace.